Hello Taurus, thank you for joining. Now what happened, I already started recording this video and then my phone shut off, and I feel that I upgraded my phone and now all of a sudden I'm running out of space. Like I feel the software somehow has limited my space capacity, which I'm not very happy about. So anyway, I pulled all these cards and then my phone died. So I'm going to keep it like this because this is a really good reading and I feel like I was really on track with the flow of this. So I'm not going to start over. I'm going to start here. Okay, so this is your main energy. The Five of Earth came out, the Hermit came out as your challenge, and then the Ace of Earth came out as your outcome from this particular situation. Now, this is your love reading. If you want to fast forward to your career, there's going to be a timestamp below that you can follow through to your career and money aspect. But this is your love situation. So what's happened here, and this is a pretty important reading, I feel, for Taurus. That's why I didn't want to restart the video. I just want to start from here because this is a really good card pull. Now, what I feel here is that there's part of you ready to move forward towards love. Okay, I don't know. In here, I want to say that this is probably more of a singles reading, to be quite honest. I feel that there's part of you, you're ready to move forward in some capacity towards relationship, but there's something beneath the surface that's holding you back. Now, it may even be past pain, and this could be very subterranean. It doesn't have to be necessarily in the conscious level of awareness, although it can be. But I feel for a lot, it's going to be deep. And I feel that this is pulling away from you moving forward in some kind of form. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be subterranean. It's going to be very deep. And it could have come from a past hurt, a past pain, wound, or something of that nature, disappointment that is sort of pulling. You can see the Five of Waters underneath the Chariot. The Chariot is all about progress, moving forward, trusting the process, trusting self, the universe, etc., and ready to overcome challenges, ready to start something new. But there's a fear or there's a disappointment or a worry because of something that happened in the past. And I feel it's a very, very deep message of the subconscious, of something maybe weighing you down from moving forward towards love, perhaps. I feel that's the main message. Now, your main energy here is the Five of Earth. This is a challenge. Now, there's the challenge is right here, but the Five of Earth can be very challenging. However, it's all about perception. When we shift our perception, we are opening up an opportunity to look at life a bit differently. We're opening up an opportunity to look at the opportunity. Wait, I think I said opportunity twice. We're opening up an opportunity to look at a new direction or a new, I'm just going to say a new opportunity because that's the only thing that made sense in my mind. So this is all around perception, right? But with this perception can come isolation, can come loneliness, can come despair. We choose how we want to look at certain situations in life. And I feel that it could go either way. I feel that some of you could be looking at the opportunity of the situation, maybe a loss, maybe being alone or in isolation, or maybe a separation, maybe even financially, maybe to do with maybe career or where you are in your life. It's holding you back from moving forward or from opening up towards love. But I feel that this is a tricky energy, the Five of Earth. It requires a deep self-awareness and observation of what we are, the pattern that we tend to live in, and the perception that we tend to find ourselves in based on our subconscious, based on fear, lack, struggle, uncertainty, etc. And sometimes it can get really comfortable being alone. And that's why the Hermit here is in the challenge. So for some of you, you may have been alone for a while, or maybe there's been a separation or a break, and this may have gotten the best of you. For some of you, this Hermit energy may have kind of sucked you into this self-isolation or withdrawal from a relationship altogether, where you've really been kind of on your own. Even if there is a relationship around you, I still feel that this is in the challenge, the Hermit. And the Hermit through isolation, we do learn more about ourselves. We can go deeper into ourselves. We can understand, we can heal. And there's a very, very powerful aspect to being alone and in isolation, but it also can be very unhealthy on the flip side. And I am speaking from experience 100% on that one. We can tend to cross that threshold into the realm of an unhealthy sort of behavior, in a way where we get stuck in that, because it can also be comfortable, it's safe, for some. So there can be this feeling of self-isolation and maybe even part wanting a relationship, but then part not, maybe part wanting to just be alone or at home or in the comforts of home. And that is also a shadow aspect of the Taurus archetype, is there can be this kind of resistance to life, this kind of stubborn self-isolation or comforts of home. So just be aware if that is resonating. I'm going to go deeper, of course. And the Ace of Earth is the outcome. So this moves, as you can see, this is kind of like heavy on earth energy. It has a heaviness to it because I do feel that there is a heavy energy around you perhaps, or has been pertaining to relationship. However, the outcome is a new beginning. Okay, so you're going through a transition here, and I do feel that the Hermit energy I do feel that it is very helpful. The Hermit energy is a very helpful place to be because we do make change in that space. If we're always busy, if we're in a relationship, we don't necessarily have the time for self-reflection or to do our inner work. However, this outcome of what you're getting from being inward is giving you a new relationship. I feel that a new relationship is developing in maybe either the outer peripheral or within yourself. And maybe also there could be a sign of a relationship in your orbit. But right now I feel that you're kind of more alone, but it's about to change. Okay, so let's go into your main energy for Taurus, 5 of Earth. Ten of Wands. This is your main energy for Taurus. This is where you are with relationship. Okay, yeah. So some of you are, it's a lot of, like I said, a lot of heavy energy with Earth. Your archetype is definitely showing up here. You have the Queen of Earth, which is your energy. So like I feel if you have a relationship around you, I feel for some, you could be just taking your time with it, being really wise, thinking it through, supporting the growth of it, not rushing, not pushing. However, I do feel for some of you, like I said, you might not have someone in your exact life right now, and you could be more focused on yourself, nurturing yourself, maybe healing, investing in yourself, maybe even working more on career side of things. There are a lot of burdens that you have been carrying or are carrying. With the 10 of Wands, you may have been carrying a lot of pressure with relationship, being in a relationship, maybe old burdens of relationship, maybe feeling a lot of strain around relationship, pressure around relationship, and maybe even in career or life in general. But you're coming to the end, right? So the 10 of Wands is coming to the end of carrying a lot of these burdens, and the Magician is manifestation. So you're right at this crossroads between the old and the new, maybe an old energetic cycle moving into something new of creation and manifestation. So you have the Magician. Now I feel that this is coming to a time of you knowing what you want. Knowing what you want, having a clear line in sight, and starting to create something new in the relationship front. The 7 of Coins and the 4 of Coins, like I said, a lot of earth coming through here. This is all about giving this the time, being in the present moment. Some of you might even have financial strain and pressure that may be even holding you back from fully feeling comfortable and confident being in a relationship or pursuing a relationship. Or maybe just on the side, you might be worried about finances. So you may be in this mode of nurturing the growth of finances. Some of you also may be very protective within the heart, that also maybe showing up as a level of control or protection within yourself, and maybe not letting relationship in just yet. So let's go into the Hermit. This is the challenge for Taurus in love. 9 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords, your guidance. Page of Cups. And Temperance. Okay. Let's see here. Your main challenge with the Hermit came in with the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. Some of you are not, I would say, not feeling financially stable enough to maybe approach a relationship or be in a relationship. There may be even codependencies right now that you have to deal with in order for you to have more independence to be in a relationship. Or maybe for some of you, there could be even maybe too much codependency in a relationship that you feel responsible for, that you're carrying the burdens for. But I feel that a lot of you here are kind of feeling It's almost like this hermit energy has, for some of you, I feel I'm going to stick to my original feeling on this, is that the hermit energy has almost put you into kind of like being on your own in isolation. And it may have created almost like a pattern, like a subconscious pattern or a habit of being alone, or being kind of like solo in a way. You can see the Nine of Pentacles. It can be very independent. It's all about removing any codependencies, but it's in the challenge position, is supporting the hermit. And I feel that there's this, maybe for some of you, there's part of you that wants to be alone. Maybe there's part of you that wants just your own independence. And maybe there's this kind of grappling with the notion of being with someone versus focusing on self. Maybe it's not so much a challenge as well. Maybe some of you have been focusing on yourself, which is a good thing, but maybe it's also been very comfortable and you're more focused on your own wealth, your own success, your own luxuries in life, maybe indulging within yourself and your life. And maybe it's sort of kind of pushed out, maybe a relationship altogether. Maybe for some, the Five of Swords as well, the challenge. I just feel with this one, I feel that has something to do with not wanting to deal with confrontation and drama. And maybe that's why for some of you, just there's like this and maybe not even wanting to deal with dating, or not wanting to deal with the noise of it all. So some of you maybe, again, like I said, holding yourself in under that hermit energy here, the Five of Swords. And maybe for some of you, there has been a conflict already in a relationship that needs to be resolved, that has not yet. Yeah, it's interesting. We have for some, like I said, there could have been a conflict that created self-isolation and focusing on yourself, because the Page of Cups here is your guidance. Now, the Page of Cups, I know this is a general reading, is going to mean one of two things in this scenario. It's either going to mean an apology. This is your guidance. It's something around apologizing or opening your heart and becoming vulnerable with a person, or maybe within yourself, or also even healing your heart and being open to maybe new love altogether. There's this call for balance right now, trying to find balance within yourself. And if there are any imbalances, then is something around finding that, yes, balance and flow and moderation, not overindulging, not spending too much time maybe alone, or focusing too much on self, or maybe determined in one area of life. It's where can you soften things up maybe and open up the heart, maybe become more vulnerable, maybe connect with the emotional self, and maybe even heal, or maybe there's an apology that needs to be expressed for some. The Wheel of Fortune also is coming in under the guidance, right? So there's something here that needs to change. And I feel that if there has been isolation, anything you can do to break the cycle, to create change, is going to be advantageous for you. It's going to really help. So push yourself a little bit. You don't have to go too crazy on getting out of the comfort zone. If this is resonating with you, it is saying anything that you can do to break the cycle, to create change, will create the change that you're looking for. Under the Ace of Earth, now this is your outcome. So you do have movement. You do have the Knight of Fire, Three of Fire. Whoa. 1 second. Look at that. The Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Swords. So when I pulled up my deck with the Wheel of Fortune that I just went through, the Ace of Swords was at the bottom. I ended up picking it up. But I did see a little, I know these cards very well, so I just saw the corner piece of it that didn't quite come up with the whole pile. So it wanted to come back, which I love when that happens. So you have the Ace of Earth and the Knight of Fire, Aries energy coming in. So look at this. Actually, I'm going to show all of these together, because everything's about to change for you. You have progress, Aries energy, moving forward, trying something new, or moving towards love, or maybe even moving towards maybe healing or an apology, or repairing a relationship. But definitely a lot of fire coming in, fire and three aces, right? Ace of Earth, Ace of Water, Ace of Swords. So everything's about to change. Your energy is about to change. You're going to have a new sense of self. So the isolation, if you've been inward, it did serve a purpose. It did serve a purpose. And you're about to change, like the energy is going to change here. It's going to shift. So some of you are going to push towards a new relationship, or there's going to be either a new relationship coming to you or showing up, or you're going to have this new sense of purpose, relationship, what you want, opening your heart, even sharing something new, a new conversation. Yeah, this is big, I feel. For some of you, I feel also, I'm just going to say, you might meet someone through your career. I feel with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Earth, you may be meeting someone through your work environment. But I feel that there's an opportunity here. And even if you're in this relationship already, there's opportunity to build something together. Now, it could be a business together. It also could be a home, financial security, stability. And you have the Six of Swords, which is a victory. All right, there, nice outcome here. So I'm going to move into the career. All right, Taurus, we are looking into your career, finances. Woo, cards almost fell out there. So let's go into your main energy for Taurus. Ooh, the Star, your challenge for the full picture and your outcome. Okay, Queen of Fire. All right, bottom of the deck, you have the Fortune's Wheel. So career-wise, things are about to, or they are changing, and in a new way. Let's take a peek out of curiosity. Emperor, wow, that's so nice. Okay, so you have a lot of big major arcana showing up here. Bottom of the deck, you have the Fortune's Wheel and the Emperor, right? So things are moving and you are moving it. You're moving into a role of greater empowerment, strength, certainty, logic. It's the divine masculine energy here coming through. So being the architect of your reality, building even maybe business, or it's definitely moving something within your career here. And I feel that you're very empowered to make the change. So very strong energy coming through, changes happening. You have the Star as your main energy. So this is your stars aligning. Starting to have faith, and starting to really, I feel like there's like a twinkle. I don't know, that sounds so weird. I'm very perplexed why I said that, but there's a twinkle. There's like, and maybe some of you are turning into a bit of like a starstruck kind of like energy, or like starstruck, not like people are going to become starstruck from you. Like Taurus has a very, I don't want to go into all the leadership roles in this world that who have been Tauruses, who have had the Taurus archetype as their sun sign, but there are a lot of big leaders in this world who have been Taurus. And so this energy, I feel for some of you, you do definitely have that capacity of being a leader, you know, really putting your energy out there and creating that leadership type of role. But I do feel that if that's not resonating with you, that's fine. I mean, we all have our different path, and it doesn't mean that you have to be in that role and that's your calling by any means. I feel for some it will be, but I also feel that it's this really magical, you're like feeling like something just is falling into place. The synchronicities, you know, the synchronicities and the magic when we're manifesting, when we're going through this journey, that's starting to align with you. And I feel that you're going to have a lot of fun with your career. I feel that you're going to have a lot of uplifting energy coming in. It's going to be easy. I feel very creative energy. The Four of Earth is your challenge. I feel financially, you might be holding on to your finances very carefully. Just watch the energy of that. Try not to be in lack or scarcity or fear around finances. I feel it's more ride the wave of creativity right now, because I feel the Fortune's Wheel, just everything I'm feeling right now. Just be aware of anything that's showing up around old programmed fears and lack and scarcity that might be getting in the way. You have the Queen of Fire as your outcome, Leo energy. This is this beautiful energy of living vibrantly. It's a very attractive energy. That's why I said some of you are going to be kind of in the limelight. You might be out there a bit more. And it's a very vibrant energy, very optimistic, very joyful, very creative. So let's go into the Star for Taurus for your career. So this is your main energy. Seven of Cups. Ooh, Devil. Interesting. Judgment. You have a lot of major arcana here, okay? Temperance, again, another Queen of Fire. All right, so the Queen of Fire is carrying through here. This is your theme, the Queen of Fire. Something may have happened around the full moon in Leo. I just want to say we had that recently. I know this is a timeless reading, but we had the full moon in Leo on January the 25th. So there could have been something that shifted during that full moon that's giving you more personal power, optimism, liberation with your authentic self, your voice. You're just feeling free to express yourself and to maybe inspire others. You have the Seven of Cups and the Devil. Okay, I'm going to bring these two together. There could be falling into daydreaming and fantasizing, kind of maybe even falling into an old habit. Perhaps for some of you, it could be an addiction. It could be even maybe there's like toxic energy around you. So just be aware of that. I feel that this is coming in as a choice. Do you choose to feed that devil energy and maybe go into this either fear or limitation, or even around a relationship toxicity, or do you rise above it? Which I do feel you will. But there may be a temptation to kind of pull you back into some kind of past. It doesn't have to be past. I mean, it could be current. I'm talking past, our patterns are formed from our past. It could be, like I said, addictions, overindulgent, career-wise, maybe going into a pattern of maybe falling into a little bit of a trap. So just be aware of that. But I do feel that you are going to be rising above it. You have a lot of major arcana here, right? So you have Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius as well. But I do feel that you're rising above it, the devil, whatever that is, and also finding the balance and flow, giving this the time that it needs to align rather than pushing and striving and getting anxious. And the devil may be a bit of a test internally. We can go into temperance and just be in that creative flow with what we're doing, where we're going, our bigger picture. The devil could be more of that impatient, and may trigger some sort of like addictive or subconscious patterns. It could be a person too. So again, take it as it resonates. The Queen of Fire, as I mentioned, is the carry through Leo energy to your outcome. So I feel that there's something, it's almost like the buildup within yourself. Like you're realizing, I have a voice. I can create something of influence. I can shine. I can express myself without my fears and limitations. And this is liberating and it's empowering me, and I'm doing more with that energy. And so I feel that it can be something building within yourself. The Four of Earth. This is your challenge for Taurus. You have the High Priestess, World. Okay, and then your guidance. Oops. Okay, Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Now, the Five of Pentacles came in for your career reading as well. Under the Four of Earth, you have, like I said, there may be fear around finances, holding on to finances, but also can be control. And this is a shadow archetype of the shadow aspect of the Taurus archetype is control. So just watch out for any of the shadow aspects that are coming through, because it's blocking your intuition and it's blocking understanding something deeper within perhaps. And also it's blocking your ability in some way to end a chapter or even let go of any limitations or fears or pressures put on self around your self-expression and around liberation. Now I'm talking self-liberation. There's something as the devil that's holding you back in some way. And I feel that going into the High Priestess is your answer, but it's being blocked right now because there's a lot of fear. There's some fear or control or wanting to hold on to old ways or old ways, old patterns, against scarcity or lack or a lot of pressure around finances. And it's blocking flow. It's blocking something that needs to be seen under the surface. Okay, so and with that, it's not allowing you to move on from an old chapter completely. Your guidance, the Two of Swords, it's interesting. The guidance is basically to hold something off right now, to maybe deliberate. I feel justice. Maybe it is kind of like turning things around to be in the cause, to be in the driver's seat of your reality. Maybe there's balance that needs to be restored. If there is, again, this imbalance in some kind of way, there could be this call of what needs to be brought into balance, maybe even seeking and searching for the truth, maybe a new contract that needs your attention, but there's something else that needs to be put on hold. And just don't make a fast move right now, I feel it's saying, and it could be saying just choose wisely and think 5 steps ahead, rather than maybe, I don't feel that there's a lot of energy around pressure per se, but I feel that maybe take your time, go in with that high priestess and think 5 steps ahead, without fear. I feel that something around letting go of the worst case scenario, maybe what you've already gone through in the past or where you have been, the 5 of Pentacles. So it's looking for the opportunities. Sorry about that. Queen of Fire is your outcome. 9 of Fire. 5 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles again. This has been chasing you around here, this whole reading, for both the relationship and the career, but don't let it discourage. I see that there is a big change happening here. It's lining you up with something greater, your career-wise. You have the Queen of Fire, as I mentioned. So your Queen of Fire is rising within you, self-expression, becoming a little bit, maybe even daring, maybe even wanting to pursue something that you feel passionate about. The 9 of Fire could be maybe a little bit of resistance. The 5 of Cups, I feel that I'm going to say, this is my main thing I'm feeling. I feel that if there's been a failure in the past, if something has happened in the past, it doesn't mean that it needs to carry through into your future. And I feel that there is something from the past that's holding you back from fully going for something here, maybe even taking a risk. So you might even be blocking out some emotions. You might be blocking out something that happened in the past, or it's saying that you're going to be really pursuing change from where you've been, from maybe a letdown or a disappointment. And maybe there's a little bit more work to do. But I feel that your Queen of Fire is within yourself, is kind of inspiring you to take charge and create change. You have 2 10s here. So you have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, letting go of a lot of burdens. This came through in your love reading as well. So it's this carrying a lot of, and Taurus, you have this archetype, this you can carry a lot of weight. You're that steadfast energy that can carry so much pressure and responsibility, and you can carry others. And I mean that in a good way, but it also can be in a unhealthy way too. And I feel that for some, you have been carrying that weight. You've been carrying that felt responsibility, but you're coming to the end of that and things are going to lighten up. I'm talking energetically, and that's your Queen of Fire. That's the result, is this release of these pressures and carrying these responsibilities. And it gives you the 10 of Pentacles. So moving towards maybe a new home, a new level within your career, maybe relocation. But it is definitely your next level of achievement coming through here. The 5 of Pentacles, let's take a look at what's underneath this. Strength. Okay. If you've been in a place of self-isolation and financial setbacks, it is giving you way more courage. It's kind of like fueling your fire. It's allowing for you to power up and become become stronger and more determined in your way of being, and with regards to your execution, what you're going to be creating as a result. And I feel that you're going to be in that place of strength. I just want to see underneath that 4 of Cups. In moments of, again, it's this isolation or taking your time through things, you are building more courage to create change. You may be taking your time with that, though, with that 4 of Cups, to gain a little bit more of a sense of your direction or what feels right for you as far as timing. But you're becoming more, it's like bravery and courage and channeling your energy into creativity and manifestation in the practical realm. All right there, Taurus, I'm wishing you all the best during this time and beyond, and I will be seeing you again soon. Take care.